Welcome to Lesson 7. Where do you live? What will you learn? How to say where do you live in Arabic using the verb for me and the first speaker, feminine gender form, using far and near, usage of where in Arabic, some separated pronouns he, she, they, and you. Question: I am confused using Arabic verbs which have gender forms. How do I use the verbs in Arabic? Let's move on into the lesson. Lesson 7. Where do you live? سهيلة أين تسكن؟ أين تسكن؟ أين means where. تسكن means you live. أين تسكن؟ أين تسكن؟ حسن أنا أسكن قريب. أنا أسكن قريب. أنا I أسكن live قريب nearby. أنا أسكن قريب. أنا أسكن قريب. أين تسكنين؟ أين تسكنين؟ أين where. تسكنين you live, referring to female verb. أين تسكنين؟ أين تسكنين؟ سهيلة أنا أسكن بعيد. أنا أسكن بعيد. أنا I أسكن live بعيد far. أنا أسكن بعيد. أنا أسكن بعيد. Let's repeat again. أين تسكن? Where do you live? أنا أسكن قريب. I live nearby. أين تسكنين? Where do you live? أنا أسكن بعيد. I live far. Now it's your turn. Write it in Arabic. Usage of the phrase. Let's take a look at the phrase أين. أين. It literally means where. The particle can be used to ask questions such as أين كتاب? Where is the book? أين كتاب? Where is the book? أين أحمد? أين أحمد? Where is Ahmed? من أين أنت? من أين أنت? Where are you from? Question: I am confused using Arabic verbs which have gender forms. How do I use the verbs in Arabic? Arabic has many sets of verb conjugation rules. It is the structure of Arabic. Since there are 14 separated pronouns, we will learn 6 pronouns at the beginner level. The reason is to teach you step by step and develop a holistic understanding of verb conjugation and root word. Before learning the verb, it is best practice to know the separated pronouns because these pronouns will influence the format of the verbs. There are 14 pronouns, but to keep the lesson simple, I am going to teach only 7 pronouns, which is used most of the time in speaking. Separated pronouns. Huwa, huwa, he, whom, whom, the males, here, هي she هن they أنت you أنت you for female. أنا means I or me. I repeat again. هو whom هي هن أنت أنا. Say out loud the above pronouns and write it down. Grammar tips. A new learner may think that the verb conjugation is confusing because it does not follow English grammar rules. Of course, I agree, but keep in mind that every foreign language has a set of rules that need to follow. A learner needs to have an open heart to learn to follow the flow of the language. If I want to learn Chinese, I must know how to write Chinese and speak like locals. The same goes with learning the Arabic language. I can't make my own rules. First tip, we are going to use the verb taskunu. This is a present tense verb. To understand this lesson better, it is best practice to memorize the 7 separated pronouns and the 7 verbs. Huwa yaskunu. He lives. Huwa, he, yaskunu, lives. Huwa yaskunu. Hum yaskununa. They, males, live. Hum, they, yaskununa. Males live. Hiya taskunu. She lives. Hiya, she, taskunu, lives. Hiya taskunu. Hunna yaskunna. They, female, lives. Hunna, they, females. Yaskunna, female, lives. Anta taskunu. You, male, live. Anta taskunu. You, taskunu, live. Anti taskunina. Anti, you, for female. Taskunina, live. Ana askunu. Ana, I, askunu, live. Ana askunu. Let's observe again the verbs. You will notice the word huwa, the present verbs, has a ya in front of the sentence. Take a look. Huwa ya yaskunu. Home, we use the same format, yaskunu, same format, but we need to add the wa and nun. Home yaskununa. So just there is a same format as the huwa yaskunu, but there is a we have to insert wa and nun. Hiya taskunu. Same format as the huwa. In front has a ya, but the hiya in front has ta. Notice that there's a ta there. Hiya taskunu. Hunna yaskunna. So hunna, the format comes back like the huwa yaskunu. But we need to add a shidda at the end of the nun. Yaskunna. Here we add a shidda. Hunna yaskunna. Anta taskunu. The word anta The verb is the same as here. Take a look at here, taskunu, same formats. Anta will use the same formats as here. Anta taskunu. Anti taskunina. Anti taskunina use the same word as anta taskunu, but we need to insert ya and nun at the ends of the verb. Taskunina, taskunina. Ana askun. So ana here there's a hamzah. We put the hamzah in front of the verb. Askunu, askunu. Second tip. The interrogative particle aina is always placed at the initial of a sentence. Some sort like English grammar rules. After the particle aina, the next word can be a verb, noun, or name of a person. Example of interrogative particle with a verb. Aina taskun. Aina taskun. Where do you live? Aina tazhab. Aina tazhab. Where are you going? Example of interrogative particle with a noun. Aina madrasa. Aina madrasa. Where is the school? Aina qalam. Aina qalam. Where is the pen? Here is a list of buildings and location. What you need to do is just go to Translate Google, key in the English words, and bam, you will have an Arabic word. Just write the Arabic words here. Baits, baits, house. صغير, صغير, small. غرفة, غرفة, room. قرية, village. قرية, village. City, Medina, city. Medina, city. Binaya, building. Binaya, building. Mashfa, hospital. Mashfa, hospital. Saydaliya, Saydaliya, pharmacy. Iyada, Iyada, clinic.